So, I did not expect my return to this series on my channel to be with the Minecraft movie, but a friend wanted to watch it, so I figured why not. I know next to nothing about Minecraft outside of very basic stuff like how to get to the Ender Dragon, so a ton of the nuances on display went over my head. Luckily, my co-watcher was there, able to catch them all, and point out when it wasn't accurate. So, the Minecraft movie is directed by Jared Hess, with, I shit you not, 5 writers, whose names I'll put on the screen. The film follows a kid named Henry, played by Sebastian Hansen, who discovers a strange, cubed orb. This MacGuffin of the film transports him and the rest of our cast to the Minecraft realm. Shenanigans and references occur as they have to defy an evil pig witch thing that wants the MacGuffin to take over the overworld, that area with all the villagers and sheep. Alright, starting off, the film actually starts with Jack Black narrating how he got to the Minecraft world and what he did, surviving against creatures of the night and finding a companion. I actually wish we had gotten a film about that, and this was a sequel or something. I don't know, maybe I just really like the third Riddick film. While I don't expect the most amazing writing from something that is both an adaptation and filled with corporate suits, I was rather surprised how bad the writing could be. The majority isn't anything super bad, but there's multiple cases of it being bad enough for me to pause and wonder if I had heard that correctly. Namely, when showing the origins of the villain, they have a character literally say, "Don't follow your dreams." I thought they did plenty well enough to show that was the reason and didn't need to just plainly lay it out. You know, make them kids think a little. The humor was also very mixed. Now, it felt like the majority of my laughs came from riffing on the film, but there were a few jokes that gave me a chuckle, one of which had Jason Momoa's character falling down a hole while threatened and then going essentially 2.5D as he escaped. Reminded me of those scam phone game advertisements. However, most weren't anything special, and honestly, this film had some, for lack of a better word, gay scenes. I mean, we literally get to see Jason Momoa and Jack Black 69, which is not something I had on my bingo card. Hell, there's one adult joke early in the film that caught me off guard, and I'm sad to say they didn't do an Auschwitz joke, or a Diggy Diggy Hole joke. I said I didn't know much about Minecraft, I didn't say I was completely unaware. Being honest, the CGI did not bother me very much. Sure, it wasn't what I would call great, but at least it was well interacted with. Weirdly, the whole bit with the zombies and skeletons made me want to watch Army of Darkness and Excalibur. Going back to Jason Momoa's character, he plays a down-on-his-luck dude who got famous off being a record holder to some arcade game. He's an outright jobber throughout the film until the very end. Even there, he doesn't get much for him. The older sister and black woman were just kind of there. I didn't much care about either of their characters. The main kid was surprisingly decent, probably the best character of the cast. Jack Black surprisingly didn't annoy me as much as I had assumed he would. The film isn't anything special, the characters are pretty meh, the villain is meh, and I really wouldn't care to see the film again. I think it's rather harmless, but nothing great. I suppose it's at least a somewhat faithful adaptation of the video game. Of course, that may be due to the lack of a story, I think. There was that Telltale game. It's not as bad as the Monster Hunter movie, which decided to pull some isekai bullshit, instead of showing the setting of the world itself. It's clear this film had a long and troubled production with multiple rewrites, which have already been documented. The fact that it has a beginning, middle, and end is something at least. There's better films to take your kids to, but if they have any sort of deal surrounding a showing of this movie, it's fun enough for a bit. Hopefully you won't have to deal with any of the more fanatical fans. Also, no Ender Dragon. The one thing I knew about in the games, and it didn't show up.